do YouTube? Today's video, I want to chime in with a quick impromptu video. In today's video, it's going to be more spiritual updates. Yes, you heard me. I'm going to drop more spiritual updates. So, first things first, I want to say this, right? Today is Sunday, so I guess you could say this is going to be a Sunday sermon. You know, I haven't really dropped these in a minute. I understand that and I understand that. But I'm going to drop one today, but I'm going to incorporate it with current events and spiritual events as well. But spiritual events is technically current events. Same thing, same difference. And, you know, it really wasn't about like a set topic, like it was, but I forgot low key. I'm high as hell, so excuse me on that one. But it'll come back to me as I record this video. But anyway, if you've been paying attention to what's been going on in the news, you see it's been a lot of changes happening. You know, some good, some negative. You know, that's a part of life. And if you connect it spiritually to what's going on, like you connected to nature, you connected to the divine essence, then that means that your body is still in tune with nature, and you can feel when nature is going through changes. You can feel when nature has birth pains, etc., etc., etc. Because we are nature beings, we are connected to Earth. You see what I'm saying? And since we're connected to Earth, if your body still works and is in tune, is not sickly, you know, you will feel these same pains, you will feel these changes and things of that nature. So what I mean by that is, check this out, right? So the human body, human brain is connected to the moon. It's connected to the sun. So the moon has 13 different cycles. A woman's body is directly affected by the 13 different cycles when they go through that time of the month. You see what I'm saying? And it's how the moon in its different phases and all that type of shit, it affects, you know, the flow, the frequency of that, you know, that cycle or whatever the case may be. And it affects men too, but men just don't bleed. You see what I'm saying? We don't bleed or whatever, but it affects us mentally, it affects your emotions, but mentally and your emotions, that's all the same shit. You see what I'm saying? And I say all that to say this is that my body specifically has been changing and my mind has been changing and elevating. So my eyes have been opening, so to say, if you want to say it like that. Like my eyes have already been open, obviously, but it's so many different things that's happening in this world simultaneously, meaning at the same time. You know, things can get blurred, things can get confusing, you know, things of that nature. You know, things can happen that way or whatever, right? But as you start to elevate, you start to see things differently, and that's what's been happening to me. Like, I'm actually really like on that level where I'm really trying to take things to the next level, you know, as in terms of my career, you know, as an influencer and all that stuff like that, YouTuber and all that, but I'm trying to actually incorporate it with the business side of things, because that's the most important side of things, is the business. Once you got your business all handled and things of that nature, you really unstoppable, especially when your shit legal, it's legitimate, you got your paperwork, you got your licenses, you good, and especially if you're doing the right things and following the law, you're good. You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to learn that side of things so I can make everything, you know, legit, which it already is. But the business side and having those licenses makes things even more legit. So that's basically what I'm focused on right now. And that's what I've been feeling, the changes in my body. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like for example, like my taste buds have been changing and things of that nature. Like, my vision has been changing, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's been enhancing, increasing. Like, sometimes it a little bit of static, you know, but for the most part. It's not necessarily like, nothing too major and nothing like that. But like, let's say for example, you ever seen Spider-Man when Tobey Maguire, i.e. Peter Parker, he first got bit by that spider and he woke up in his room and his vision was all like tweaking and glitching and shit. That's how it is sometimes, in different times when you get upgrades, from the universe, i.e. light codes, which is the same thing as an upgrade, different terminology. Your vision starts to tweak and do different things, but once it's finished upgrading and uploading, you can see better. Same thing with your hearing, my hearing has increased, so I could damn near hear in different dimensions and shit. And I know that shit sound crazy as hell, but if you ever seen the cartoon called Danny Phantom, they told you about that. That shit raw as hell. That's one of the most rawest cartoons that ever came out. I gotta go back and watch that. I mean, I remember watching it when I was younger, but I'm talking about watching it now as I'm an adult, so I could really know what the hell going on. You see what I'm saying? But that was one of the rawest cartoons. They told you, Danny Phantom, you see when he got put in that machine and it rearranged his molecules, he basically can now operate through the spiritual realm, i.e. the metaverse, and the physical realm. You see what I'm saying? And like he can see ghosts and demons and all that shit. He can see angels and all that type of shit. That stuff real. The same shit happening right now. You just can't see it, especially if your pineal gland is calcified. You won't be able to see this type of stuff. You won't be able to experience it. But it's happening all around you. It's happening all around us. But yeah, man, there's some deep stuff, man. There's some really deep stuff. So you gotta stay in tune with that. And there's actually some different herbs and different like fruits and vegetables that you can ingest, eat that will heal your body. You see what I'm saying? I will give you some. Like the first one is turmeric. A lot of y'all know about that one. That's really popular, which is a really good one. Turmeric is good, but you got to be careful because a lot of people be trying to fake it. Because it's so popular that it's supply and demand. So many people buying it and buying that shit up that you got people that's trying to make fakes of it, copies, and like giving motherfuckers wood chips and shit. And it's not real turmeric. So you gotta be careful with that. But real turmeric is really good. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's really good. Onions is another one. I know a lot of people think it's funny, but no, onions is really good. Chives, asparagus is a really good cleanser. That will actually cleanse your body. Alkaline water is something that you want to look into. Distilled water is another good one. It's the same shit, but it's just like alkaline water, but it's just distilled. But it's really good. It'll clean your body too. Shit, what else? Say mangoes and stuff like that. Like a lot of people think it's funny, but it's not even funny. Like you don't necessarily have to eat it, but mangoes, strawberries, blueberries, get creative with it, create some shit, but make smoothies out of it and blend it and ingest that, and that is the cure right there. You see what I'm saying? All the nutrients and antioxidants and supplements and shit like that is right from the fruits and vegetables, right from the source, and you ingested the juices. You're not necessarily just eating it, you drinking it, like you ingested the juices from all these different live plants. That's the energy right there. That's the cure. You see what I'm saying? And if you really want a deeper cure, look up RSO, which is Rick Simpson oil. That's another good cure. You can even put that in your smoothies and ingest all that shit. That shit gonna clean your body out 100%. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that's something you want to look into. And also organic chocolate is something you want to look into too. That opens up your pineal gland. It decalcifies your pineal gland from fluoride and different things like that. But yeah, man, that's the type of shit I'm on, man. I'm on my Dr. Sabi shit. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they so-called like sick or whatever, but really they don't even know that they could be cured overnight if they had the right knowledge. And this is what's going on. That's why they killed Dr. Sabi. You see, because he quote-unquote not only knew too much, but he actually got this shit on court document, federal record, that he cured people of cancer, AIDS, you see what I'm saying? All type of shit. Hepatitis, all type of shit. Wake the damn up. More videos coming soon.